Hi there. You're probably looking at this because you've come from my eBay auction. This is my Akai M8 reel-to-reel tape recorder that sadly I'm putting on eBay. I bought this in about 1994. I worked for a hi-fi dealer at the time, and we managed to get some parts for it. It was in pretty good shape, but I replaced all the idlers when they were still available, belts, and gave it a thorough clean up. It's been with me ever since, but I don't use it very often. Need to clear some space, so it's gotta go. So outside, cloth interior, pretty good nick. There's a tiny little chink out of one area there, but it's, you know, compared to some of them, it's not torn. It's all there. It's lovely. Inside, we've got the original two really stylish take-up spools. All the reel retainers are there. Again, really good condition. And on the unit itself, the original spool retainers. Actually, I think I replaced these when I had it in, first had it. They're there, lovely. These are top quality things. When I had this in bits, it's an exemplary piece of kit. The power supplies for the tape deck and the two monoblock amplifiers are all individual, so they come on one at a time. The these are single-ended. I think they're about 8-watt valve amps, completely independent, left and right. A lot of these were stripped down just for those amps, and the people have recased those amps and used them just as a standalone amplifier. Fortunately, it hasn't happened to this one. The tape deck's sort of like a 4000 DS. There's only a couple of differences. One is it uses this cross-filled head system, where there's a biased head on the other side of the tape. It's supposed to give better fidelity at lower speeds. Whether it's effective or not, I'm not sure, but it's all there and it's all working. Also, on the 4000 DS, I believe the tape cleaner was an optional extra, whereas it's standard on these. It's capable of 1 7/8, 3 3/4, 7.5 and 15 inches per second. 15 inches per second, there's a spool kit with a pinch roller that you have to change to achieve that. It's meant for duplication, it's not meant for playback. Couple of built-in speakers at the top under a little flap, just good enough for monitoring only. Again, all there, the flaps in perfect condition. On top of that, I've got some extra bits that came with it. Some of them I sourced when I worked for the hi-fi dealer, some of them were with it when it came in. I've got the original kit bag that's got, let's open this up here, it's got some lovely little die-cast microphones, bagged, don't know if they've ever been used. There's a spare bias oscillator valve. The valve works quite hard on these, so there's a spare one just in case you need it. We've got the spare pinch roller, which is for 15 inches per second. It's slightly smaller diameter than the standard one. Unused, absolutely unused. There's and there's the 15-inch capstan shaft, which goes with that pinch roller. Again, hasn't been used. And some original unused Akai splicing tape, and a spare foam pad for the tape cleaner, so it goes in placement there. So that's the little kit that came with it. Everything there in pristine condition. I think the valve's possibly used. I got it from a vintage hi-fi supplier, and I think it was a used one. So that's there. Collection of tapes, random stuff. One's got some 60s music on from when we used this to play back music at a 60s housewarming party. It was so good that everyone thought the music was coming from something else. They couldn't believe that I was actually using amplifiers as well. They couldn't believe that that much sound was coming from this thing. Section of tapes there. Some I think the tapes that were with the original owner. I've got all sorts of random things on them. Then we've got the Akai tape cleaner, which is, I think this is actually an accessory for a 4000 DS, so this part's kind of redundant because you've got one of those built in, but it has got 5 spare felts and an original unused pot of the lubrication oil. Again, very rare Akai accessory. Another pot of the oil is there, some of which has been used. The original operator's manual, and then in the back, as with everything of this period, the circuit diagrams, all perfect. A head demagnetizer. I have got the box for this, but it's falling apart. So this is the original Akai head demagnetizer that went with this unit. Additionally, I have the original demonstration tape, which was recorded at 1 7/8 inch per second. Original demonstration tape there. Really dates the unit when you listen to that. It's rather peculiar. So there it is. Sad to see it go, but as such, these things have to sometimes. So all bid on it, and I wish you the best of luck. Thank you.